I'm assuming that you clicked on this video and you're watching it right now because you have gotten to a tipping point in your life to where you're like, enough is enough of putting myself last. I'm sick and tired of it. The payoff hasn't been all that great. No more. Right? You're at a time to where you're like, all right, you got to start prioritizing yourself more. And you want to start building up this courage and this confidence and just this no second guessing of having no be a complete sentence. And you want to be able to say no a whole heck of a lot easier than you ever have before. So if you're like nodding your head like, yes, I'm ready to stop being a yes woman. I want to start really taking care of myself and making time in the space and having the energy to focus on your goals and your values, because you have been putting other people first and maybe not even realizing it, my love, but you like to show up for people, support them, listen, help them out, go to all the things, be available, because your relationships are important to you. But here you are now in midlife and you're like, oh my God, because I've said yes to so many people and things, whether it be personal in your life, professional, you're at this point now to where you're like, what? I don't feel the way I thought I was gonna feel. I still feel empty. I feel a bit lost. I am just exhausted and I'm kind of disappointed with how I feel and where I'm at. And I've realized that, wow, I have abandoned myself. I just never really realized it. So if this is landing with you, I'm glad you're watching this video, because I'm going to tell you what I really feel is the number one thing, if you can get really good at this, okay, or get really, I should say, intentional with this thing I'm going to share with you today. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot easier to say no to people and to be okay with them not being okay. Really, they're going to be okay. They're just not used to you showing up, standing more in your power and respecting yourself to where you're saying no, right? So it's going to be a new thing they're going to have to try on, you saying no, all right? Still knowing that you love them and care about them, but it's a no because you had this other priority. All right. Before I dive in and get into the nitty gritty of this video today, if you're brand new to me and to my channel, my name is Nikki McMillan. I am a life and confidence coach for women. I have been for going on 10 years. If you're someone that has been struggling with your self-worth, your confidence, people pleasing, putting other people before yourself, lacking boundaries, yet you are ready to start stepping into your power. You are ready to start prioritizing your own goals and your values and really start rewriting your story and showing up, what I like to say, as a confident woman unleashed. You're going to love my videos. So please subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll get notified of a new video when I publish one every single week. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I really know from personal experience, and not just me, many of my clients will tell you this too. Once they've gotten really clear, my clients, myself, just people I know, family, friends, other people in the world, once they have gotten really clear on what their goals are and what their values are, so maybe two things, but I think these things are married. Once you get really clear on what your goals and what your values are, okay, values meaning, what do you really value? Do you value feeling really good, feeling your best, feeling healthy? Do you value quality time with family? Do you value doing work that is meaningful to you? That's what I mean when I say value. Like what do you really value? Okay, and so when you're clear on your values and when you're clear on your goals, like you really have clarity on these things here, it's a lot easier for you to stay focused and committed and to take action and say no to people without hesitation, right? When you're lacking clarity on what's important to you, when you're lacking clarity on what your priorities are, when you're lacking clarity on what your values are. Okay. And when you're lacking clarity on a goal or a couple, it's going to be very easy for you to just say yes whenever somebody wants to do something or they need your help with something, or to stay on the phone with them for an hour. You're going to pick it up. Does that make sense? It's the lack of clarity that has us saying yes to everybody else in the world and no to ourselves, right? So maybe you're asking right now, well, how do I get clear on what's important to me? How do I get clear on what my goals are? How do I get clear on what my values are? I think one of the simplest ways to get clarity on this is to really ask yourself on what has not been working. What have you been doing? Okay, saying yes to, just the way you've been behaving, actions you're taking, just how you're showing up. What are those things that have you not feeling good, that have you feeling depressed, and that have you just feeling empty inside? So let me give you a clear example. So I'm kind of a new mom. I have a 3-year-old. I had my daughter later in life. I'm 41 now. And I really lost myself and got distracted from what really lit me up in life. I got lost and distracted from my goals and values outside of, being a mom and starting a family that first year my daughter was born. And I think, like, rightfully so, like, your whole life changes when a big significant event like having a child happens. But I got so overwhelmed and didn't really feel the, support and have the help that obviously I really needed, that I got so far gone and out of alignment with my goals and priorities, in addition, to my new child and being a mom and motherhood. I just went, so the pendulum swung so far right, maybe this is your left if you're looking at the screen, that I just completely lost myself, and I became this yes woman and this people pleaser, and I just had this obsession to, like, be liked by other moms and to have these mom friends and have this mom community, right? And then as the months and then years were going by, I'm like, oh my God, dude, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to be doing these mom happy hours every week. I don't want to be getting distracted in these mom chat groups. I don't honestly really care about doing so many, like, having something to do every single weekend that is parent-child focused with other parent and children. Like, I'm okay with doing things with just my husband and my daughter and us and doing maybe an event with, other parents and kids, like, once a month or every other month. But I got so lost and confused of wanting to have this community, wanting to be surrounded by other moms and wanting to have friends, right, at the same stage of my life, to where I just completely lost clarity on my goals and my values, right? It was a huge distraction. And the reason how I know that I got lost and why I was really getting distracted and off track is how I felt inside, right? And how I felt, right, inside, mentally, emotionally, and how I felt physically. Okay, so that was my wake-up call. I was gaining weight and or not losing the weight as quickly as I wanted after my child. I was waking up with hangovers. I was judging moms that had a career and, like, worked a lot. Like, I just became more judgy, more critical. I didn't like how I felt when I looked in the mirror. I just didn't like how I felt when I was walking around day to day. I was waking up with more hangovers because I was drinking more than what I was, used to drinking, probably also because I got older. But I just took inventory a little while back and was like, I'm out of alignment with my life. And it's because I was saying yes to all these other people because I was at this new motherhood stage, and I was saying no to my other values and goals and priorities, right? I didn't have a good, I don't want to say like a good balance, because balance is kind of hard to, like, sometimes you got to put 80% into something and then 20% is going to go with whatever else, but it can't be for years and years and years. Okay, we got to be mindful of our time and how far off track and off base that we're getting. But let me kind of like bring this full circle, and I'm going to wrap up this video so it's not super long. I really believe, and just know from personal experience and know from coaching other women, whether they're a parent or not, right? Maybe they get caught up in this new relationship because they've been single for so long and they met somebody. Now they're like giving their all there, and they're kind of letting these other, values and goals and priorities aside, abandoning themselves slowly, not realizing it until they do. When you get really clear on what your goals are and your values, okay, so for me, to bring this full circle of the story, my values are feeling really good in my body, taking care of myself, especially now that I'm in midlife. So working out, exercising, eating healthy, getting good rest and sleep, not drinking. I'm not going to say I'm never going to drink again, but I don't need to be drinking every week, every couple weeks. Like it's okay for me to drink on special occasion. I can still be happy. I can still have fun social time. And really my family, being present with my child, right? A lot of work opportunities come my way, not just with coaching, but I also am a life insurance agent, have been for 15 years. A lot of opportunities are coming up there with different, companies. I can't say yes to everything. I can't do all the things that the top coaches are doing. I can't do all the things that the multiple six-figure life insurance. I can say yes, but I say no to them because my other values are present mom and really taking care of my health in midlife and feeling really good in my body and really investing and pouring into my relationship with my partner. Okay. I'm crystal freaking clear on these things. And because I am, it's a whole lot easier for me to say no to the people, things, past hobbies, right? Breaking old patterns. It's so much easier to say no to that or to interrupt it and nip that in the bud right away because I have clarity on my goals and my values now. All right. Get really clear on what your goals and values are. You'll be able to say no a lot easier with confidence, with not ruminating afterward, not second guessing, and you'll be okay if you piss some people off, right? And if you're being true to yourself, okay, and being true to yourself, you have to explain things and you do it respectfully. Those people they understand that they're worthy, and that relationship is mutual. If they get pissy, passive aggressive, whatever, there's no space for them to be in your life anyway. Okay. I really hope that this was helpful for you today, that this is striking a chord. If it is, please let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. And if this is really landing, and check out some of my other videos. And if you're feeling called, if you want to give yourself a nice self-honoring gift this year, I'm hosting my women's 3-day signature retreat in Naples, Florida at the end of January. So no longer hurricane season. This retreat is going to be very small, intimate. Okay. We are going to be doing some coaching work around healing from your past, childhood trauma, creating new concepts of yourself, doing some new updating on your programming and self-concepts. I'm going to teach you some behaviors and things and practices on how to really start building your confidence, feeling safe and strong, okay, and solid in your body and in your mind. Going to be teaching you, we're going to be having conversations on how to set self-respecting boundaries. And maybe you aren't really clear on what your goals and values are at this stage in your life. We're definitely going to be diving deep into how to discover those and get clarity on those, on your goals and values. So if that is something that you need in your life right now, and you want to be in that type of environment and ambiance and atmosphere for 3 days in January in Florida, nice, warm, sunny weather, apply for the retreat below. Read about it more in detail. If that is landing, book in a free call to chat with me. We'll actually have a talk. I want to vet everybody, learn more about your specific situation. I'll tell you more details about the retreat, what you can expect, and then we'll take it from there to see if you're a good fit and if you want to join us. Okay. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.